Nope. Maybe, yes. Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the reboot of the Astound Yourself Dating Show. My name is Richard Francois. I'm your dating strategist. And with me, back by popular demand, is none other than, what is your name?
Elaine Saunders.
Elaine Saunders, formerly known as the intuitive matchmaker, and back with us as the dating mentor. Elaine, I'm so glad to be on camera with you again. It's been too long. Welcome back. Before we get into the topics we've chosen for today, tell our viewers, what have you been up to since the pandemic?
I've been isolating.
You've been isolating. Yes, I think we've all had a little dose of isolating to some degree. I've done that too. I've been
I got COVID
isolating.
twice, not once, but twice.
You champion. You got to do it
Yeah,
right. You got to do it twice. All
that's
right.
right.
I
I got
did.
it down. I have the COVID virus down pat. Even with being vaccinated. So go figure.
Well, I'm a slacker, so I only got it once.
I know, and you weren't vaccinated, right? So go
Grr, look at
figure.
this. Must be the water I drank. All that
It's got to be
filtered water
something.
from my
Yeah,
city.
yeah. I really was trying to avoid it. And bam.
So let's not make this a show about just that because I'm sure Facebook will shut it down for misinformation or whatever the heck. Let's not get
Well,
down that
well,
road.
we're
Today we're
emerging.
here to talk
We're,
about dating.
we're
What was
emerging from this now.
that?
Right? People are
We're merging.
ready to rock and roll and
That's right.
get
We
out
are emerging
there.
from the ashes, and we're gonna start talking again about dating. And I want to say thank you to the people on your dating page, the single dating in New England for people who are over 50 and single. We had a few responses from people about what they would like to see on the show. We'll see what we can cover from those, and we'll say a thank you. We're not gonna mention people's names. We don't know if they want to be mentioned or not, but we'll at least say thank you. So
So,
welcome everybody.
yeah, are people able to comment like they used to, and will it show
Yes,
up?
people are able to comment. People who see us on the page will be able to comment. And
Okay.
let's see what's going on here. What are we broadcasting to? Okay, so yes, we're broadcasting to a few pages. So yes, when people see the show, they'll be able to comment live. And if you are watching and you want to comment live, do that. Say hello, share the post. We are back, and we want to hear from you and interact with you. I want to start us off with a little reaction video. I'm going to get this video here and off of TikTok, and we are going to listen to it together. Hopefully, you can hear it. And then let's see here. Let's do this tab. We're gonna go to boom this tab here. Can you see this screen here, Elaine?
I do not see it. I don't see it as a. Are you sharing it?
Yes, I'm sharing a little screen here. That's
Now I do.
called
Now I do. Little
dating.
delay. I
Yeah,
see it now.
dating
Oh,
at 50. So
beautiful.
all right. Well, let's see what she has to say. Let's see if you can hear it. Tell me if you can hear what's going on here.
Dating at 50. Tips if you want to date an older.
Do you hear her?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Let's play the tips. So she's gonna give us some tips. I've never seen this before. It's 36 seconds long. So let's see what she has to say. We're gonna just play uninterrupted. Let's go back. Dating at 50.
Dating at 50. Tips if you want to date an older woman. Set a date in advance, plan it, be on time, and be ready for the date. Also, don't drop in, don't drop by, and don't call out of the blue. She is elbows deep in her responsibilities, and you are interrupting. And lastly, make sure that your place of habitation,
Dwelling.
where you sleep, where you hang your hat, has a trash can in the bathroom, a hand towel, clean towels available, and every other thing that a grown ass adult would have available. If you need a list, you're not.
Okay, Elaine, do we need to play this back or is this pretty straightforward? What do you think?
I should have taken notes. There's only 3 things she recommends. That's not a lot. But but to have like
I don't think this was unreasonable at all.
no, but why is having a trash can in your bathroom like such number one? I mean, her dating can't be all that bad if that's like her number one gripe is not having a trash can or a towel in the
Well,
bathroom.
Well, apparently some people don't use trash cans or towels in the bathroom. So it's a pretty important thing for her. I want to know what
For
she wants to
her,
throw
yeah,
away
but like of all the things you can gripe about, that's like the number one. Like, is our audience like does half the audience really need to know this? But is it that bad? But even if it were, it's interesting because I dated a guy for like 6 months and he did not have a trash can in the bathroom. And I thought about mentioning it once or twice, like, hey, why don't you have one in your bathroom? But at the end of the day, it's minutia. Like, really, it's like is that like, is it so bad that we've gotten to the point where we have to criticize somebody not having a trash can in their bathroom? Does that make sense? Richard, I lost you. I'm here all by myself. Where did you go? Uh-oh. So, all right. So I'm here by myself. So let's talk about this. Does anybody out there want to back me up on this? Is it all that important? Or is it like a major thing? I mean, I guess it's important, but would you break up over a guy over a trash can? That's what I want to know. I think my view is that today's dating has gotten really, really tough, and people are just looking for reasons to gripe about. And to me, this might be an example. Welcome back, Richard.
Thank you. Yes, I was worried that the whole show kind of crashed, but it was just me.
Where the
So that's
hell
good.
did you go?
I know you can thank my internet connection or my old computer or maybe both.
Thank you. And thank you.
Well, I'm glad you held down the fort.
I certainly did.
So in your point, in your view, she was being too picky. So I'll play the devil advocacy, and I want to ask the men, how many of you watching this does what she just said apply? Do you just try to swing by? Do you not make a date in advance and have a plan? Do you not have a
viable?
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering because all of this for me was like check, check, check. And my next thought is, if this is what my competition is doing, I'm going to clean up. Are you serious?
You're gonna like sweep up and
if this is
run
really
away
what
to
the
finish
competition is doing out here, fine. I don't need to work. I don't need to like make a bunch of money. I can just stay in good shape and do those three things she mentioned, and every once in a while cook something, make a sandwich.
That's all, man. Just
and I
whip
can
one
win.
up every once in a while, and you're
Come on.
in like Flint. So
So
what was so refresh me? My short-term memory is not the best, right? So I got the make a plan and don't just show up unannounced. That's common courtesy.
Yeah, make a plan. Like have a plan for activities you're going to do on a day and make it in advance. Not just like say let's do something tomorrow. And this is stuff I've been teaching for years. So I'm surprised that this is something that guys in their 50s, apparently enough of them are doing that. She had to make a TikTok about it. So she said make a plan. Let's watch it again at the risk of crashing the thing again. I'm going to
let's watch again. This time I'm going to take notes.
No, let's just see here. Going to present. We're going to share the screen. Chrome tab. This is me being rusty and having to just call out what I'm doing.
Oh God, it's been how long? You have a right.
It's been over a year, Elaine. All right, so let's do it again, and I'm gonna pause it whenever she makes each point.
Okay.
So
let's go.
All right. So let's see Miss Stang here.
Dating at 50. Tips if you want to date an older woman.
Yeah.
Set a date, plan it, be on time.
Set a date in advance, plan it, be on time. Is this rocket science to anybody? Is anybody shocked by this? I'm not. But apparently, Miss Thing over here, who's over 50, and clearly works out because she's got face like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Miss Thing is
ironically, she's dressed how I would tell men not to come on a date. Like, don't wear the baseball.
Yeah, well, she's not on a date. She's like on TikTok being annoyed and drinking her coffee. So we'll give her that.
Yeah, ironically,
we'll give her that. This is a 50-year-old woman who clearly works out and she keeps herself in shape. And she's got a couple of things to tell the men about how to date over 50. So set a plan. Let's reset again. Let's go back.
Set a date.
Set a date. You got that one, Elaine? Set a date.
I know that's hard. That's hard.
Next
In
one.
advance.
In advance.
Yeah.
So that means don't set it today for tonight. Set it in advance. I used to tell guys at least 5 days ahead of time. So set it in advance.
Plan
What
it.
else? Plan it. Plan it. That means you don't show up and say, what would you like to do? Do you feel like going to a restaurant or the movies or both? Don't ask her what she'd like to do if you're asking her out. Plan the date. Okay, so you got that one down, Elaine?
Totally fair. Yep. Oh man, where'd you go? Oh my goodness, Richard. I've missed you so much. Come back. This is funny. All right, so we can talk on and on about this one, but it seems pretty remedial that if you're gonna want to get together with a woman, that you should make a plan in advance, set it up, and be on time. I think that was the final thing she said, was be on time. Now, what about us showing up on time? That's something I have a little difficulty doing sometimes, but I don't know. Love of my life was very bad with being on time, and I think fell in love anyway. Oh well. But it's nice to not leave somebody hanging and making a plan and just leaving things up in the air. Like, hey, you want to get together sometime? What does that mean? Sometime, get together, do what, when, where, how, why? There's no telling what that means. So I think women like a little, they like definitive response to that.
Okay, so it seems like something's not working well with me playing the video and us game. The video seems to get me kicked out or something. Maybe it's too many resources. My computer's overwhelmed, everybody.
We didn't really do like what do you call it? Dress rehearsal for this. So we're doing pretty good for no dress rehearsal.
I think we're doing great. I think we're doing great for no dress rehearsal and for how rusty we are. But so these are her gripes. Now let's go, because you have a page, Elaine, with nearly 1,000 members in the New England area who are mostly single people who are talking about being single and hopefully want to find somebody on that page or off that page. I want to go to that page right now. I'm not going to share the screen because I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to just read here. One of the members on that page, we'll call him Q. Q wants to know about winter dating, and he wants to know the differences from warmer seasons and how it separates the homebodies from the real outdoor folks and all the other differences. And some smart aleck by the name of G. Richard Francois responded to Q and said, winter dating is simply known as cuffing season. What do you think of this? Is this guy being a smart aleck? Cuffing season.
Cuffing season. What the hell is that?
Yeah, cuffing season. We did a show on this when we were doing shows regularly. Cuffing season is that time of year when it starts to get really cold and people just lock someone down, cuff them, end quote, for the cold months so that they can have somebody to snuggle with and not endure the cold winter months alone. And so it's a season between maybe like just after Halloween and just before Valentine's Day.
Like right now.
Exactly. We are basically in the throes of cuffing season right now.
Wouldn't you say the season is up until Thanksgiving? Like you want to have somebody cuffed by the official start of the holidays, which
before Thanksgiving, yeah, exactly. Before Thanksgiving. So right now, so that you can have somebody hopefully maybe to even take to a couple of Thanksgiving occasions with too, right. and all the way up to just before Valentine's Day. Sometimes people will end it before Valentine's Day so they don't have to buy that present. It's pretty rough out there, man. You snuggle with somebody for 3 months, almost 4 months, and then you go, I'm gonna leave before I have to buy flowers and chocolates.
It's true.
Well,
there's an appropriate time to break up with somebody before Christmas, right?
Oh, what's that?
December 8th.
8th.
December 8th. That's
so if you do it on December 9th or later, you just gotta ride it through.
Yeah, you're kind of the thug. You looked at as Snake is kind of wormy. You don't, yeah. If you're gonna hang in up till December 8th, then you gotta go you gotta do the whole stretch.
Gotta go the
Right through
distance.
to New Year's, yeah. You can't jump between the 8th and the 25th.
Oof,
Those are
boy.
2 critical weeks, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make a note of that, and I'll see if I want to keep it. No, just kidding. So that was Q. So I think Q, we began to address that, but I'll say a little bit more about winter dating versus dating in the warm months. For those viewers who are watching us from a warm climate year round, this might not matter to you. But those of us who live in places like New England, for example, where we have 3.5 months of really nice weather, sometimes four, it's important. In the warmer months, you have activities outside like ice cream. You can go for a walk. You can go for a hike in the woods, in the mountains. There's a lot you can do. You can go riding a bicycle together. You can go for on the boardwalk by the beach. There's a lot of outdoor activities you can partake in when it's warm. There are festivals. Sometimes you can take a outdoor salsa dance lesson or any kind of other dance lesson that's held outside. Kayaking, canoeing. There's a
Also,
lot you
yeah,
can do.
yeah.
Now in the wintertime, yeah, you have to get a bit more creative, especially if you're not somebody who likes to be outside much or doesn't have any winter sports skills. I'm not good at skiing. I'm worse at ice skating. I've ice skated twice. It was hilarious both times.
You must,
And
yeah, it must be a picture of
mm,
Grayston.
I think there's a video of me on Facebook. I pray to God it's hard to find of me. I would call it ice slipping. It was like one leg was barely moving and the other one was like just directing me the
Yeah,
whole
that's
time.
fun. That's
Yeah,
lots
no,
of fun.
it was. I succeeded in not falling for 35 minutes, but it was my stomach was never so tight, just trying to keep my balance.
Yeah, yeah, no,
So,
it's scary out there. There's actually, I saw that there was an event. I don't know if it's taking place tonight or tomorrow. I saw it on Meetup somewhere in and around, I think it's Tingsboro, Mass for singles doing the ice skating thing.
oh,
I should
that
look
should be
it
on your
up.
page. Post that on your page. That's a good activity for singles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
If you
and
can, if you could stay up on them.
right.
But you know what?
if you
The
if you
trick
can
is
stay on
you
the
get the
skates,
right
but
person to catch you as you're falling. Isn't that
right.
romantic? Like,
Or
oh, catch me, I'm falling. Ooh, help
wear
me.
knee pads. Wear knee pads and a helmet just in case. Be that person wearing the knee pads and the helmet. So ice skating, if that's something that you or feel brave doing, or if you've done it before and you know you can, because we're talking to an audience of people over 50, so be careful. Uh,
Yeah, bones are
one of
brittle at
my
a certain point.
exactly one of my favorite things to do in the wintertime is to go snow tubing right
You
after
know,
a nice snowstorm. So if it's cold outside, I'm talking 25 degrees or below,
mm,
and we got a nice fluffy snow. You go snow tubing and have that person on the snow tube with you, or you can just take turns. But go snow tubing or snow sledding. Find a nice hill, do that a few times, bring some hot apple cider or hot chocolate, coffee, whatever you're into. Do that. Maybe you grab a couple of bagels ahead of time. So you do that, and then you turn on the heat in the car and you sit and have a little in car picnic afterwards. It's
oh, you
about
are
the experience.
so full of wonderful winter dating ideas, my son.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can have fun in any season. I mean, if this Haitian guy can have fun in the winter dating, you can too.
Maybe that's the perspective because you are from Haiti and you have an appreciation of the difference in the weather.
Oh, for sure, yes, because we basically had in Haiti we had summer and hurricane season,
No
which was the
snow.
same
But
thing.
embrace the snow. Yeah. Let's go play.
So
Let's go make a snowman, baby.
yeah, exactly. That's something else you can do. We want to take away from the sledding and walking up that hill. Make a snowman together. Make a snowman
Snow
together.
angels in the
Snow
snow.
angels, yeah, all kinds of fun activities. Make sure you check the ground for brown things first, because that may not be rocks. If you see
If somebody owns a dog nearby, is that
exactly, check around for dogs and what they might have left behind before you go
well? In
make snow
New
angels.
Hampshire, it could be deer or some other wildlife.
That's right. That's right. So be careful. Well, let me see. What else can you do as far as winter activities?
Go away
Mm.
on vacation to a warm country.
Yeah, that's much later on in the dating process, I would say. This is not something you're going to do in the first 5 days. Just disappear on vacation with a complete stranger. You're going to end up on Dateline. In the winter of 2022, Elaine went out with this guy, Joe, and she was never heard from again. This
Yeah, I
is
gotta watch
Dateline.
it. I see about I can get in
Yeah,
trouble.
then I'm going to be sitting there like, yeah, Elaine was supposed to do a show with me that day, I remember. And it was 3:02 and she didn't show up. And I was like, Elaine, where are you?
Never
In
to
the
be seen or heard.
Yes, exactly. I don't
That's
want to have that. I don't want to have that conversation. So winter dating. What else? What else? I've done a few other things with winter dating. What else did we do? So you could do snowshoeing. You could find a place and go snowshoeing, or if you're okay with embarrassing yourself, and you could do cross country skiing. Now that doesn't take a lot of skill. It just takes a lot of core work to just drag yourself across. Uh, if you're not familiar with, don't start out trying to impress somebody downhill skiing.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird if you, yeah.
Don't do that.
Unless you're
But
taking lessons together for the first time or something
exactly, lessons together for the first time. Go on the bunny slope. Do that. Make sure you wear proper gear, and when it gets cold, go inside and let your fingers thaw out. Hot tip from somebody who did this: the first time I went to a ski resort and I got really, really cold after a while, my fingers were really cold and starting to hurt. I went to the bathroom and ran them under hot water. Don't do that.
like. Why? What happens?
Oh, it makes it worse. It
Does
does
it?
not
It
thaw
hurts?
out your finger. It just hurts straight to the bone, and that pain travels straight to your chest. Oh, it's awful. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just say I never
Best
knew.
way, the best way to thaw out a cancer that are cold is to put them between your legs or someone else's legs.
Good idea.
Make sure you know who they are first, and that they say it's okay.
How
Don't
many
just walk
dates
up.
in? How
Don't
many
just
dates in
walk
is
up to
that
a stranger and do
acceptable?
that. I don't recommend it. Oh, it
Is
it
that a third
varies.
or fourth date rule or?
If you met them on Tinder, probably the first date. If you met them on Bumble, maybe 3 dates.
That's plausible. Yeah.
Depends on where you meet them. So those are some of the winter
Mr. Q
activities.
is gonna be glad he asked these questions.
I'm sure. I'm sure. This is what I have for you, Q. Let's see if we can answer a couple more questions from our fans here. So that was Q's question. Uh, so DJ wanted to know about the rabbits, and then I could not understand what he meant. He said, "From the John Steinbeck Company of Rabbits." Do you have any idea what DJ is talking about? Or I need to Google this, Elaine.
Yeah, let's Google it now. What is it, John Steinbeck?
John Steinbeck Company of Rabbits. And
Rabbit.
John Steinbeck, that name sounds familiar. Isn't that an author? I think that's an author. Didn't he write a very popular
Oh,
book?
okay.
And
Yeah,
John,
advice to men. I do
thank you.
like rabbits. Get a couple and learn how to handle them, and pretty soon you have a dozen. Oh,
Oh, this is a reference to the hanky panky.
I don't know about that. Ideas. It talks about ideas. Why does Steinbeck compare ideas with rabbits? He compared them because, like rabbits, ideas also develop at a fast rate. So he was being like a literary scholar by throwing that out there.
I'm
And
telling you, you threw us off completely.
yeah,
Oh,
literary references. What do you think this is?
look at this.
You're in the wrong group.
DJ is giving us a lot of credit. I mean, DJ, I'm over here doing a Facebook Live wearing flannel, so that should tell you. That should tell you a lot about what you need to know.
Rabbits,
good.
yeah, ideas. And you right away thought it was a sex toy.
Let's
You're not?
let's get a perspective here. Let's get a question from a lady here. So we're going to call this lady Dina, and Dina wants to know what on earth is going on with the lack of desire for actual dating in the 40+ age group, and what the heck can be done about it. Well, Dina, if you watched our first little TikTok video, I think one of the things you can see here is apparently there are guys out there who are not doing the bare minimum for actual dating.
Right.
That's one thing. But let's go to Elaine, because Elaine, you were a matchmaker for over 20 years and you saw the dating scene deteriorate over that time. I'm sorry to say. So what's your answer to our friend Dina? What is going on with the lack of desire for real dating? I think what she's referring to is that people now don't really want to go out and commiserate and connect, get to know each other, do the whole courtship process. They want to swipe and smash, as
Yeah,
the kids say.
it's work. I mean, it's going to take some time investment getting to know somebody. And I think the swipe culture, the dating app culture has created a situation where people, they want everything to come easy, peasy, and instant. So if it's going to take or involve getting out of the house, getting dressed, making any kind of time investment, financial investment, they're hesitant because their expectations now are, with a lot of experience on some of these apps, that people are really out there false advertising. So when you go out on a few meet and greets and you show up and the person you thought you were going to meet is nowhere to be found because they posted false photos or false information, it gets discouraging. So the motivation is starting to wane. I think apathy is setting in. And that's my professional opinion about the culture of dating in this day and age. Everything's too easy on an app, instant gratification. Nobody wants to put much effort into it. They want things to come easy without making a time and effort investment. And as a result, nobody's getting anywhere fast. Seems to be. So where'd you go, Richard? I don't like being in my show by myself. Hurry back, hurry back. But that is definitely one thing I noticed. People becoming a little bit more discouraged and apathetic. It takes a lot of motivation. And that's why dating coaches are doing well now. There was never a thing called a dating coach 20 years ago. But now people are literally investing in dating coaches to get them on the road to a relationship, just to even just keep them motivated. Did you hear a word I said?
Oh no, I just came back. I keep getting kicked off the show, but you're doing a great job holding down the fort all by yourself. Elaine is a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man.
I don't need. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, I see you being strong and independent with your beautiful flowers in the background. They scream strong and independent. You know what else screams strong and independent? All your little soft little hair, your green, soft blue-green blouse. All that stuff says strong and independent. The only thing I would say stronger and more independent is you wearing a flannel like I'm wearing right now, like the lumberjack look.
I can go change. I can go change right now and get. If I would have known, we should have matched. Do I match?
It's not that kind of show. You're not changing. This is the wrong show, wrong platform. You're not changing on camera.
I wouldn't do it on camera, my friend. But we used to always match, and we never even planned it. We always just accidentally matched each other.
I know.
Remember?
But
we did kind of match. Is your shirt kind of match my shirt underneath your flannel? What color is that?
It does look that way, but what's that? That's like that's gray actually. It just looks.
Is it?
Somehow it
looks greenish on my screen. Maybe just the reflection of my shirt off yours. Bing bang.
Boom. There we go.
Boom.
So I think you've while I was away trying to get back on, I believe you've answered our friend Dina's question pretty thoroughly. So let's go on to who else we had some comments from. We had one or two more. Let's see here.
Well, what were the other things besides that woman who had her 3 things, and I guess we can't use the video because we get bumped off, or she had 3 gripes. One was a plan.
So it was
the third one was the bathroom trash can, which
bathroom trash can.
What was the second thing?
It was have a plan, and don't show up the day of. Don't just like drop in.
No. Right. Don't just show up unannounced.
No dropping in because she's got things to do. She's got things. It's common courtesy too.
Yeah,
she's got things to do.
Don't come to my house without me expecting you because you don't know what you're gonna find here.
Hey, you just don't. And maybe some people like surprises, but doesn't mean she wants to surprise you.
No thanks.
All right, so let's go back and I found one more. This was a really good question, a really good in-depth question too. So we have a lot of people with names starting with D here. So this person's name is DK. DK says, How about some effective dating strategies? Oh boy, could I give you effective dating strategies? I'm a dating strategist after all. But let's see if we can get more specific. He says, how to easily and quickly identify the pool of people that work for you and where to find them. So he's trying to say, well, to identify your I suppose your type, your target market, and also how to easily and quickly show that pool of people why you are a good choice for them. In other words, how to up your appeal, sell yourself while being genuine and honest. This question seems to have a bit of a marketing slant to it. I like when DK posts questions in your group too, because he brings a different mind to the topic. It's not just emotion, feeling, but he seems to bring the disciplines of a different world into dating. And I think that's very, I mean, it's for an interesting conversation.
So
And
more logical, and well, he's big on statistics and stuff too, which I
I
agree
think
with.
so. I think so. And so, and the third portion of it was what things to avoid, for example, bad dating practices. Well, Dean, I guess you can refer back to our good friend there, the lady with the muscles from the earlier video about things that men should avoid uh, when dating, like showing up unannounced or having no trash can in your bathroom. I want to know what she's throwing away, by the way. What are you throwing away in this guy's bathroom?
God, how old is she? I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. What is up with this signing? You're just like leaving me alone again. Are we live on Facebook? I'm wondering if I can get anybody to do comments. Comments. No, I'm not getting any comments. So that's live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example, but I don't see it. All right. So just looking at some of the questions. What else did I have here 6 minutes ago? Switching. No. Okay. So I had somebody ask, winter dating, what's going on? Effective dating strategies. Okay. I think asking and showing up. Just show up. Do what you say you're going to do. How often does somebody say, I'll give you a call? And they don't give you a call. And there he is.
Women do
Hello.
this?
No, I'm just saying, do what you say you're going to do.
Okay, so my idea, I don't know if you heard what I was suggesting, and maybe you didn't, and you just are carrying on the torch regardless.
That's what I did.
But I was wondering if you had any stick specific to the women as far as bad dating practices, and I could specifically talk to the guys, or we could just go back and forth. As a guy, I've definitely come across women who have certain things that they do that I'm just like, what, who told you that was a good idea? But what?
Well,
So
there was a woman on the speed dating event on Sunday, and oh my God, she, whatever she wore perfume wise, it was strong. Like, wow.
okay,
And do you know the paperwork that everybody submitted and turned in
yeah.
at the end of the night? When I went into my bag to get them out to do the matches, I could smell. It was so strong.
Oh wow. So
Like
bad
my
dating
eyes were
practice.
tearing.
Ease
Yes.
up on the perfume. Okay.
Just, be a little, because some people won't like the scent, or they could be allergic to the scent,
Mhm.
or nobody wants to smell you after you've left, like
It
literally.
depends.
Yeah, well, yeah, or maybe you do, but in this case, the whole room, like
Right.
headache, giving people headache. But
So what else? So no perfume. What else as far as bad dating practices?
well, we always go back to the, it's the dating thing with the first dates and who's paying and who should
Mhm.
suggest what and who's in charge of this and who's in charge of that, and nobody can agree on anything anymore. So I think just the one thing that she mentioned, which is prevalent, is people aren't even stepping up to make a plan. They're just
Okay.
leaving it open-ended. Like, even if you see somebody and you like them, it's like, okay, I'll be in touch. It's like, in touch for what? Do you want to see me again? When do you want to see me again? Always give somebody something to look forward to if you want to engage in something that's brings you into a relationship situation? Are you just looking to date and whatever?
Mhm.
I don't know how many people would just sign up for that if you were straightforward, if that was your intent from the
Some
get-go.
would, but
Yeah. But, the other thing is just having at least some idea what the person's intent is. If, a lot of people expect sex on the first date. Well, there's got to be a way to imply that, and not on the first date exactly. Like, don't spring it on me over dinner. Like, what?
no, I think that it's always best to after you go into her home and ask to use the bathroom, you just walk out of the bathroom naked. That's always worked for me. That's
Presumptive. You just presume it all.
oh,
Everything.
I'm sorry, I forgot I was alone. Well, I'm naked already. What do you think?
What do you think, baby? So it's just, a lot of expectations. Where are your expectations at?
Okay, so expectations. You said having a plan, so don't just leave it up in the air or just
And being
we'll be in
grateful,
touch.
being grateful and not having this sense of entitlement. You just met somebody for the first time and they don't know you, you don't know them. So, courtesy is one thing, but expectation is another.
I'm glad you mentioned the word entitlement, Elaine. So do you think entitlement is more of a gendered thing, like or women more in are women exhibiting more entitled traits than men, or are they both
Everybody's
exhibiting
entitled.
entitlement, and do they exhibit it in different ways?
I think people, people who feel they're entitled. It's not gender specific.
Hmm.
So if they have that overriding attitude of entitlement and judgmental attitude going into it, instead of a kind, like, thank you for your time today.
Hmm.
Somebody took time to spend time with you to get to know you a little bit. And if it didn't work out, that doesn't mean you just, ghost them or not respond to, like, if they ask you out on a second date, tell them, I had enjoyed meeting you, but I don't see us as a match. It's not that hard to tell somebody that, instead of ignoring them and making them feel like they're a non-existent entity in the world.
Okay.
Just treat others how you want to be treated. It's not that hard,
All right. So those
but
are
it is
some of
evidently for
your
some people.
yeah, it is evidently hard for some people. So those are some of the the strategies that you would suggest as far as thinking was avoid bad dating practices. One of my biggest ones as far as bad dating practices is is the lack of clarity. Like you were saying it before, but there's a lack of clarity from women in terms of what they are looking for. Women always put on their profile, "I'm looking for a relationship," but I got to tell you, not all of them are.
Well, everybody
Not
says
all of
you
them are.
relationship.
They say they're
Yeah,
looking for a
relationship.
relationship, and when the app says relationship, they're talking about a boyfriend, girlfriend, or something more long term.
Mm-hmm.
And women always want to cutesify it. If they're not looking for a relationship and they just want to have a good time, they'll say, "Oh, relationship," I'm just testing. I'm just looking to see what's out there. That's what they'll say. I'm looking to see what's out there. I want to see where this goes. I'm looking from whatever happened, plausible, deniable, reasonable doubt on my best friends. and they
No,
don't
it's
want to say
true.
that. They don't want to come out and say, "Hey, straightforward, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good time. Are you? And if so, this is what we can do about it." So there's the one of my biggest pet peeve though in the photo on the online dating photos is misleading photos. Photos with filters, photos with
Oh,
heavy makeup trying to hide your face, hide your color, your hair color, hide your face. You got sunglasses in every photo, or you've got group photos. You have 7 pictures and they're all group pictures. So now I've got to draw a Venn diagram to see which one you are. And it's never the cute one.
it's never the cute one.
It's never the cute one. It's
Why is
never
that?
ever the cute one. That it's always the worst looking one trying to hide in between a crowd of cute friends. It's the one who is too short, or sometimes she's bigger than everybody else. This, by the way, is coming from a guy who likes big women. So if I'm swiping to find a big woman, this annoys me to no end Because like you're hiding behind all these other friends, and I'm like, okay, I don't care what you say, you are not happy with what you look like.
Right. The
If you have to
self-esteem
hide
issue.
between your friends, you're not happy about it. Or there's the other practice of, and in terms of pictures, of showing just this much. Like,
Oh, right,
I
right,
know you have a neck, and I know you have a waist and legs. Why is this all I get to see? Am I gonna go out with this?
Well,
And I
that's,
always know this is somebody who's overweight and trying to hide it. And
yeah.
what you're doing when you do that is guys like me who are looking for a big girl, we don't want to bother. Because if you can't even be honest about, hey, I'm a big girl,
Well,
and
it's
if you're into that, come this way. If you can't be honest about that, what do I have to do here? That would be so that's one of my gripes is dishonest profile photos. Eliminate that. One for guys. What's one for guys? For guys, I think, fellas, you gotta stop trying to make who pays for the date a big deal. And I know that we're in the age of equality and equal pay and all this stuff. I understand. But if you ask her out, there's no debate about who pays. Oh, but Richard, dating is expensive. I know. I know. Especially if you're dating to impress somebody you don't know. That gets very expensive. And that's a recipe for resentment. I know.
absolutely, yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to find things that are creative, that are active, that involve you and her doing something together. Sometimes something together in the same direction, sometimes slight competition. But if it's the first date, let it be something quick, something light, something inexpensive. Coffee, tea, one drink each. Ice cream, if it's warm where you are. Be creative. Maybe it's your favorite donut shop and the donuts are the size of tires. Like, man, you've got to try. If you like donuts, we got to go have a donut. So you grab a donut and a tea or coffee, hot chocolate, whatever, and you chat for 40 minutes and then you bounce. But if you're the guy and you ask her out, that's your job to pay for that. And if you think that that's too much to do, that's okay. Just don't date. If you're asking her out, there's a host, there's a guest. You're the host. She's the guest. She could have stayed home and posted pictures on Instagram.
No.
She could have stayed home and posted pictures on Instagram. So if you don't want to pay for the coffee or the one drink or whatever, cool. I'm not going to force you to pay for it. Just don't invite her out.
So,
And the more expensive dates come later. And if she's like, oh, let's split it. No, we're not splitting anything, sister. We don't split things over here. I don't even split with my friends. If I go out, if I invite my friend out, I pay for my friend. But if we were going to split, it would be when we go out in a group of friends, we pay for our stuff. If I go out with you as an individual, I met you on a dating site, I have an interest in you, and I'm paying for this, you're the guest. And she's like, oh, no, I got to split this with you all, feel bad. Okay, well, you can feel bad and then talk to your therapist about it. But I'm paying. I asked you out. Oh, well, I want to pay. Good. Here's what you do. If you want to pay, here's my phone number. You now have it. You can call me in a few days and you can ask me out on a date. Here's to empowerment and equality. Ask me out on a date and then you pay. And you pick the place and I won't complain when the bill is $400 because I'm worth it.
absolutely. Well, I think sometimes a woman insisting that she pays is her way of saying she doesn't want to feel like she owes a guy anything.
That's exactly what it is.
And that's
exactly what it is.
The relevance is that that back in the day, men would pay for things and expect something in return, whether it be sexual or some other, who knows what. So if women are paying their way, they feel they don't owe.
Yeah. And that's just for them to kind of alleviate the sense of like you said, the sense of obligation. But we're talking about coffee.
Yeah, no,
we're talking about coffee or tea.
But,
and if a guy is taking you out to some restaurant where each item is $30 a pop, yeah, I understand you being uncomfortable with that. So order the cheapest thing you can find. Like he's taking you out to a big dinner restaurant, and no, it's just like. And guys, if that's your strategy, is to go to a fancy restaurant with somebody and hope that she's not going to feel guilty and perform some favor in return, you need to talk to me. You need a dating strategist. We need to work on that because, again, you're spending a lot of money, and this is a recipe for resentment. Just because you spend a bunch of money on somebody on the first date doesn't mean she owes you something in return. There is an interaction in which that's perfectly the way it goes, and we can't use that word on Facebook, but it starts with pro and it rhymes with institution.
Major hint.
So if that's what you want to do, is you pay for something and you want a guaranteed outcome, there's an industry for that, no problem. There are websites dedicated to that. That's cool. If you're actually dating, genuinely dating, there are other ways of going about that. Let's go to the last. There was a couple of more things that your page mentioned as far as dating. So let's go through them a little bit more quickly. How to easily and quickly show a pool of people why you're a good choice for them. So I'm gonna say it another way. I don't want to convince somebody as to why I'm a good choice for them. I'm going to be the best me that I can be today, and the person who's attracted to that is going to gravitate towards me. When I speak with her, she's going to know, okay, this guy is intriguing, he's interesting, he's this, that, or the other, and I want more of this. So I'm not here trying to sell, oh, this is why I'm so wonderful, and you must. No, I'm going to show you my traits, my best trait. It starts with the way I dress. It starts with the way I carry myself, the way I speak. It starts with me being playful and flirty. It starts with being affable. That's a good word for you. Go look that word up. Affable.
I like it. Affable. Word of the day.
Right. Word of the day. Affable. It starts with all of that. And people who are attracted to those qualities then will start to give you green lights. They'll start asking more questions, maybe. They'll laugh at your joke. If you are in a situation with somebody and she's touching you as you're speaking, that is a sign of interest, possibly. That she's touching you a lot. She says things like, "You're so funny." Oh my God. My favorite is, "You're so bad." Ooh. When a woman of interest tells you you're so bad,
that's so good.
That is the best thing she could say. It's the best thing she could say. So listen for all of that. Listen to the cues as you're broadcasting your signals of who you are. Listen for the positive response cues. Touching, asking personal questions like, so what'd you do this weekend? And what about you and your girlfriend? Wait, you don't have a girlfriend? How come you don't have a girlfriend? And you have to be ready to answer those questions playfully instead of just exchanging information on a boring job interview. So when she says, how come you don't have a girlfriend, is because I haven't decided who's good enough to make me miserable. And you smile at her and you say, would you like a try? Or do you know someone interested?
You know anybody who wants to be as miserable as I can possibly make them?
That's it. And she's like, oh, come on. You can't be that bad. Why don't you? Well, are you saying you think I could be a fun time? Is that what you're implying?
Yeah.
I want her to come and say those things because she's used to like guys just gushing with her with compliments. Let's reverse the table a little bit and see what happens. So that's what my approach would be, Dean. That's what I would recommend is broadcasting the best qualities you want people to see in you and see who then responds in kind, rather than trying to figure out, well, who might be a match. No, let the matches gravitate towards you. Be the magnet, let them be attracted to you, rather than trying to hunt after everything. Start to notice who's paying attention to you, who's looking, who's smiling, who seems to be going out of their way to speak with you, because women don't speak to men by accident. Women don't just start conversations with a guy because there's nothing better to do. There's always something better to do when she's not interested. So if she's talking to you and she does it multiple times, it's because there's something she wants from you.
But you're assuming these people are social and out and about and in an environment where they pay attention to you.
Well, yeah, you got to do that. What are you, you're 50 and you're on your screen? I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
if you
so
expect to meet the love of your life on your screen and your living room, uh, um, go to the nearest dog shelter and adopt a puppy.
so that's maybe something we should talk about on an entire show about, got to get out and be social.
You got to get out and be social. You're not gonna meet the love of your life by scrolling through and by doing stuff on the internet only. I know people do say they do it all the time. And by the way, love of your life, that's another one we could do a whole show on. At age 50, you got no business looking for love. I said it. At age 50, you got no business looking for love because there are things much, much, much more important than just looking for love. Look for compatibility. Look for mutual respect. Look for somebody who knows the signs of a stroke so they can call 911. You're 50.
They
You're
better
not
know what that
19.
looks like.
You're not 19. Look for
Oh my
those
goodness.
things. Look for those things.
Who asked you?
Look for somebody with some practical life skills, like somebody who knows what to do when the heater turns on and like you do, like I don't know how to shut this thing off and I have to leave.
Very
Look
valuable.
Look for somebody with practical life skills who's going to be an asset to your life. And I'm telling you, if somebody is an asset to your life long enough and they were attracted to begin with, you'll learn to love them. That's okay. You'll learn to love them. We spend too much time, in my opinion, looking to fall in this love and be completely immersed in this feeling, completely immersed in this uncontrollable feeling, instead of having it be something that actually sustainable and reasonable and justified. What do you love about so and so? I don't know. He makes me feel awesome. Right. Yeah, well, so does crystal meth. Maybe you're addicted.
This feeling.
Maybe you're addicted.
No, it's true. Sadly.
So
well, that's a topic for a whole other show.
So that's my take on
childhood traumas and why we're attracted to certain people.
So that's my answer to how to quickly identify the pool of people. Let them be identifiable to them, and let them share the signals. And anything you want to add to that, Elaine?
I'm just happy we're back a little bit. I mean, when was the last time we were live or
we can certainly check.
I have to go back on the YouTube channel and see when was the last time I uploaded a video of us.
That's right.
2020 something or other. I don't know. I have to look.
Yeah, no, I think it was sometime in 2020. Wow. Anyway, 2022. So I'm glad that we're back. If you are watching the show, the replay of the show, be sure to comment, tag us in the comment, and we'll respond to your questions or your comments. Before we go, Aaron joined the show and asked us a question a few minutes ago. First, he says hi. So hi, Aaron. And this is the question that Aaron posted. Can you see it on the screen? I don't know if I can see it yet.
Oh, comments. I see a comment. Oh, yeah, Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
So he says, yeah, tell me, they tell me I'm bad at listening. Does that count?
That's funny.
Being bad, period, is a compliment. Saying you're bad at listening is feedback. So use that constructive feedback. Practice listening more. Practice listening for, well, what am I learning from this? So one tip that I have for you, Aaron, about listening is, as the person is speaking, to avoid drifting off into something else, repeat what they're saying in your head, word for word. As they're saying it, try to repeat it in your head and looking at them as they're speaking. Try to repeat it in your head as they're saying it, like an echo almost, to see if you can retain what they're saying. And if they're saying a lot, just pause and ask them a question about what they're saying. So instead of going wide on one topic, you can go deep on a couple of topics. So she mentioned something about, oh yes, I went to such and such a place and had such a great time. Well, why did you have a great time there? Oh, the water was beautiful, the food was delicious, and the people were so kind. The food, tell me about the food. Well, they had grilled salmon, and they had uh, uh, conch, and the shrimp was the best I've ever had. So you sound like you're a seafood aficionado. Oh, you have no idea. Seafood is all I eat. So now you've gone down this list of things, and you know she loves all this stuff. And now you're thinking, what if I see this woman again? I might take her to a seafood restaurant. After 6 dates, because seafood is expensive.
Is that the seafood 6? Is that
The seafood 6. I love it. The seafood 6. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God, we just coined a new phrase here.
the
At
seafood
Astound
6.
Ourselves Dating.
All right.
Alrighty, so
So
I think our time is about up. We've
I
been
think
here
it
for
is.
almost 60 minutes. So you and I have been doing this on and off for the last couple of years. We haven't done it in a while. Very happy to see you again, Richard. It's been
Happy to see
fun.
you.
We'll have to do this again soon, maybe on a regular basis, you think?
I think so. I think we should bring it back on a more regular basis and let our audience decide what kind of topics they want to hear us discuss. One thing we'd love to do is we'd love to get into reaction videos for you. I know a lot of content creators are popular with reaction videos. So if there's anything you want us to react to, specifically having to do with dating over 50, because I don't think that the market is being very well served right now online. Let's address that. Let's see what if we can get dating over 50 to be less painful for some of you. If you have any videos about dating over 50 you'd like us to react to, any questions, any topics you want us to discuss, drop us a comment right here on the Astound Yourself Dating page, or also on Elaine's page, Dynamic Introductions, and we'll go over them with you
Awesome.
and the upcoming shows. Thank you for watching this, everybody. This is Richard. I am the dating strategist, and with me is Elaine Swandes, and you are the
Matchmaker / dating mentor. So
matchmaker
we'll
slash
talk
dating
more
mentor.
about that on another show.
That's right. Well,
What's up in my world for dating?
all right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to like, if you have not liked this page, like it so that you can see more of our content, and share with other people so we can grow our audience. We'll see you next time.